Alrighty guys, welcome to the next video. We're going to be talking about some price action confirmations today. So, price action is critical in day trading. It's one of the main things we're watching with our trades. If we see things like big buying wicks, big selling wicks, this can be a lot of confirmation to stay in our trades or maybe get in a trade. And one way I stay in trades is to not sell a short unless I see a big buying wick or multiple buying wicks on multiple different candles, or selling wicks for long positions. I also like to stay in positions until we can break above the 9 SMA line. Like the body of the candle fully breaks above, not just a wick. So once a candle closes above it, that is when I'd be looking to exit. And learning price action comes with time on charts. So, you're not going to really learn price action from just looking up price action things online or anything. You got to look at the charts. Yeah, and price action is really just analyzing each candle and comparing the size of the candle you're looking at to the previous candle and the wicks on the candles. And if the candle breaks the high or the low of the previous candle, that's really all you're looking at. Analyzing all these things can lead to short-term scalps with good accuracy. And if you analyze the price action of equities while the same time you're looking at price action on ES and you combine everything into one, you can have a really good quality scalp, right? So let's take a look. So this is on a 1 minute chart with ES this morning. So first thing, what do you notice up in here, right? Lots of selling wicks, right? Lots and lots and lots of selling wicks. So this candle right here, rejection of this 90-minute supply zone, right? Rejects that 90-minute supply. Big selling wick, lots of sell volume. Next candle, big selling wick, lots of sell volume. And then on this move up, what do you notice, right? It's moving up, but it has big selling wicks the whole time. When it moves up and there's big selling wicks this whole time, that's a good sign that this is not going to last very long, right? And then when we get up here, some more selling wicks at supply, a big rejection, and then also, right, this candle drops below the low of this candle, right? So we get a move up, this drops below. So now you enter here, we rejected off of supply, we drop below this previous candle, you enter short here right around 41.60, 41.58, somewhere around here, and you target whatever you want, maybe VWAP, right? And that would have been, I don't know, 15-point scalp if you did that, which is fantastic, right? What else do you notice, right? We come down to VWAP, buying wick off of VWAP. This is all you're analyzing, the candles, each candle, each minute. You're just staring at the candles, the price action. Maybe it comes down to VWAP and you see it start to stall out, like we start to hover around this area, and then we maybe start to hover a little more down, then we drop down and pop right back up. That means there's some buyers at VWAP, right? And we did pop back up. We popped back up about almost, 8 points, right around there. Then we come back down. There's some selling wicks on these candles, but there's also buying wicks. Buying wicks seem to be a little bigger, right? So then it looks like it's hovering around this area, wants to stay above VWAP, right? Because the price is stalling out around here. Then we drop down and pop back up again, right? Pop down, drop back up, or drop down, pop up. And then, so nothing really happens right here. Not too much happens. And then this candle, big bearish candle, right? Kind of engulfs the body of this candle. And then, with seeing this, that's a pretty good sign that we're going to drop below VWAP. And then what do we have? Buyers bought this back up at VWAP. Big buying came in. We shot up 8 points or so, 7-8 points. And then sellers were just too strong, and we dropped back below, right? And again, you're just watching the price action. You could have taken it short once you saw this big selling wick, taken it short, maybe got out a few points few points lower. When you're doing this, you don't want to aim for huge scalps. You just want to hit those little base hits, and the base hits add up. And then what do we see here? Buying wicks forming. Big buying wick, kind of some selling wicks and buying wicks. And then this candle starts to move back up, breaks the highs of these candles. This might be a sign we're going to move back up, right? And we break above VWAP. Maybe you hop in long right here, and then you're out up here. It's another 5-point scalp. It's a good amount of money. Then we notice right here a selling wick, a selling wick, a selling wick, right? 3 big selling wicks on the way up. And we reject off of this previous trend line. This previous support line now turns into resistance, right? Reject off of that. Selling wicks forming. And you know, when you see selling wicks on the move up, that's a good sign that the move up is not going to last super long, right? And then we reject. It's a good place to take it short right here. This next candle, we break the low somewhere around this area. And then that was at 41.53. Come down to VWAP. I'd probably get out at VWAP, seeing that we've kind of been really volatile in the buyers right around VWAP this morning. Exit right around VWAP. It's another 5-point scalp, right? These are adding up. And these are pretty simple. Not simple, but you know, it's not hard looking back at it, right? Then we reject back up, or we bounce back up, and what do we see on the way up, right? Big selling wicks on the move up. What does that indicate to us? Again, big selling wicks on the move up indicates that we're not going to move up much longer. Then we have a big rejection, break below the low of this candle right here. Could be an entry short. And seeing the volume, I'd definitely go short. Then we drop down. I'd be out right here 100%, just seeing how fast that dropped, right? Dropped from 41.48 to 41.38, basically 10 points. I'd be out right there, 10 points. And this happened this morning in like 30 seconds, just because some report came out, right? And when you have this much volume and this volatile of a candle that goes from 41.55 to almost 20 points in one candle, that's huge, right? When you have this much volume pop up out of nowhere, which, you know, we haven't had this much volume basically all morning since the very open, there's going to be some volume exhaustion, right? Sellers aren't going to be able to hold this area and keep pushing it down. And we did get a pop back up. So whenever you get a quick spike down, real fast and volatile, it's a good chance just to get out. Just play it safe. You know, it could reverse in the other way, knife you out. And again, right here, we have some buying wicks down here. We move up. This is a pretty bullish candle, right? This next candle, you could have even bought here. We had a nice bullish candle, lots of buying volume, 2 buying wicks here, break this high, and then we scalp it from 41.47. Hopefully you get out, I don't know, somewhere around here. Again, you're just trying to hit 3, 4, 5 points, right? If you start to see it come back down, start to kind of hold out around this area, it seems like it doesn't want to keep moving up, kind of stall, that's a good sign to get out, right? So there's another few points. Then kind of a buying wick on VWAP again, but there's a selling wick here. And then we start to move low. And you're just analyzing all this price action, right? If you look at a 5-minute chart, where is this? This way. If you look at a 5-minute chart here, we had this double top at supply right here, right? This is a very solid play to take, double top at supply. Let's say you're in short right here. You're just going to analyze the price action now. So your stop's right above the high, right around 9-point stop, right? Your main target's probably somewhere around demand, ideally, right? In an ideal situation. And now you're just going to analyze the price action, right? So what do we see on these 5-minute charts? Big selling wicks here. It's a good sign to go in short. And we're at supply, double top. Big volume confirmation. What do we see here? Selling wicks, right? Here's a pretty bullish candle, but our stop loss is up here. We're still in the trade, still trust our play. Then we get a selling wick off of this previous support trend line, right? There's a buying wick on it too, but then we get another selling wick here, another buying wick here, but we're still moving down, right? Then we get a big bullish candle, or sorry, big bearish candle to the downside. Little baby buying wick, but this candle is just super bearish, lots of selling volume. This next 5-minute candle, big selling wick, bearish candle. This next candle, little selling wick, but very bearish candle, because we closed like at the very bottom of that candle. Then we stall out. What do we have? Another selling wick, right? Still sellers are in control. What do we have here? Another selling wick. What do we have here? Another selling wick. And now right here, we start to get some buying wicks. So maybe you get out of your play right there, right? Maybe you scale some out. You see this buying wick, see we start to move up, maybe break some highs, maybe right around here you're out of that play. That's probably an ideal trade. Like that's probably what would happen. You're probably not gonna, most likely hold that whole time. So it's somewhere around there, which is right around 50-point gain, which is, you know, that's crazy. Which you're just analyzing the price action, right? That's all you're doing. And you know, you just do the same thing with a long play. You just analyze the buying wicks versus the selling wicks. Here, the selling wicks were obviously in control, right? And over here seems like, you know, there was more buying wicks on a lot of these areas than selling wicks. But sellers were still kind of matching their buying. We were just slowly moving up, and now we're starting to move back down. Yeah, just analyze the selling versus buying wicks, and you know, try and see if the candles break new highs from the previous candles. If we break above a new high from the previous candle, there's a chance we move up a little more. If we break below the low of the previous candle, chance we move down a little more. And yeah, on to the next video.